Hi, my name is Chris Master. I'm here to show you a demonstration on wrist taping. For this taping, we're going to need two different pieces of equipment. We're going to be using a pre-wrap as well as a 1.5-inch tape roll. So we're going to get the camera set up so we can see the right angle, and then we'll show you a demonstration of the wrist taping. Okay, so first things first, we gotta make sure our athlete has their hand in the proper position. As you see, the hand is outright like it is. We're gonna ask the athlete to make sure the fingers are spread as wide as possible so that we can get the right amount of flexion of the fingers and the right gaps when we go through the hand. First things first, after that fingers are spread out, the hand is in the neutral position. Okay, as you can see, the fingers are kind of right in front of the stomach here. We're gonna start with some pre-wrap. We're gonna start here at the top of the wrist. Put on some pre-wrap, wrap it around. Couple wraps at the top, and as we get through here, we're going to start going through the hand, and then we'll come back up and finish it here at the top. Make sure it's laying flat for the athlete. Okay, so that is our pre-wrap. Then we're going to go into making sure that we have a couple layers at the top of the wrist. So we will grab our 1.5-inch tape, and at the top, put a first layer here. Make sure we have it there. Pull it down and around, make sure it's laying flat underneath. Then we're going to rip the tape. Make sure that's in. Then we're going to go down a little bit lower. And with this athlete, we're going to go 2 layers at the top of the wrist. And we're going to change up the angle a little bit so that it still lays flat. And rip the tape. Make sure that it's there. So now we have our 2 top layers here. Next, we're going to go at an angle because we're going to actually make our way through and actually put the some tape through the finger and thumb at this point here. So what we're going to do with that, we're going to make sure we start at a drastic angle so that we can try to stay away from the bubbling of the tape, which can actually cause blisters for the athlete. So we're going to pull this down at a right angle here, and we're going to come underneath. Now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take the tape and we're going to pinch it slightly so we can actually get this here and lay better on the athlete's hand. So it's going to pinch through that gap. Usually a little bit more comfort for the athlete as well. Might look like it's bubbling up a little bit here, but that's usually normal as you come around with the pinch. And then we come around to finish it down here as we wrap it around. And we pinch it off here and make a tear. Try to make sure that the angle is correct. If you see the kind of bubbling of the tape, you can actually undo it a little bit so that it actually sits a little bit better on the athlete's wrist. Coming around. And lay it flat. Okay, we'll do that one more time at the same angle so that we can come around and get one more layer of support inside that arch of the hand. So we'll come down. Once again, pinching the tape as we get to this area. And what we're going to do to try to make it sure that it lays a little bit flatter this time, we're going to actually kind of pinch the athlete's skin here a little bit so that it can actually lay a little bit flatter the second time around. And as we pull this out, we'll go rip here, come around, once again lay that flat there. From this position, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more layers at the top of the wrist, kind of some cover-ups from the top. Starting here at the bottom of the wrist, we're going to make sure we get the right angle. Come around here at the bottom and rip this clean here. Try to make sure it sits flat. And we're going to go one more cover-up here at the top. And make sure that the athlete here does a rip of the tape, lay it flat. And at this point, the athlete should be able to have a little bit of movement, but still have a good amount of support inside the wrist. So we're going to look at it from different angles. Show you the top of the hand here, the wrist with the cover-ups at the top, where the athlete flipped the hand over. And we see that there is a little bit of bubbling here, probably a little bit tighter that could be. Maybe a little bit better of the pinch, but for right here, the athlete does have a good amount of support that they'll be able to use for their game or practice.